Unpopular book talk opinion. These are not the best books in the Boys of Tommen series. This is. I was nervous about reading this after reading Joey's. Don't get me wrong, Joey's perspective was still a 4.5 star if we're going to give it a rating, but it didn't quite have the 5-star feel that Binding and Keeping 13 did for me. I was heartbroken when I finished reading Binding and Keeping 13 because I just thought I am never going to read books like those for the first time again that are going to make me feel the way that they made me feel. Hugh Gibbs' story. Now I do get why some people were disappointed with this because Friends to Lovers, it does tend to sort of come with the association that it's all rainbows and, you know, it's a straightforward happily ever after and it's usually a sweet romance. Now this does have those elements in it. It is, without a doubt, a Friends to Lovers romance. However, we also have to remember that this book is written by Chloe Walsh, and if someone can write Binding and Keeping 13, then Taming 7 was never going to be a straightforward Friends to Lovers romance. This was just so good. I mean, I read it in a day, and it's a paperback as well. I read paperbacks so much slower than I do my Kindle books. I don't know why that is, but I just tend to read them much slower, and I still read this just in a day. Literally a day. I couldn't put it down. I didn't parent, I didn't wife, I didn't student, I didn't write, which is a common theme anyway. I don't tend to write at the moment, but I didn't do anything apart from read this book. All I could think about was this book when I was cooking, when I was having a piss on the toilet. I was like, oh my God, I need to know what is going to happen next. Then BookTok fucked me over and I saw spoilers. I did have my suspicions about things that were going to happen, so if you are new to the Boys of Tommen series, do not go on BookTok and search for them because it's full of spoilers and it will ruin it for you. However, I did still really, really love this book. It was like 5-star infinity. I just wish I could read it for the first time again. But one of the things that I do want to say about this book, outside of it being your typical Friends to Lovers romance, it's, angsty, heartbreaking, first love. It's got all those key elements of I'd say it's more because of the subject matter. I'd say that these, yes, they are coming under YA, but they're more like new adult as far as like the content and the audience that they appeal to. I think YA, it would be a bit touch and go because YA, it covers, say from like 11 up, maybe 12. But for me, I wouldn't feel comfortable if my eldest, as a 12-year-old, picked these books up just because of some of like the sexual content and things like that. However, I know that, TV's so much worse these days. So, it's just everybody's own opinion. But I do think these appeal more to a new adult audience. Also, as a SA survivor, I think that the subject matter of this book was done impeccably. At no point was it romanticised, it was very gritty. It was a very, very hard read, but it dealt with it really, really well. It showed the long-term aspect of trauma and how it isn't just something that goes away, and not everybody has the opportunity or the confidence or the access to help, even by, their own families. And I thought that this was a really interesting perspective, especially in that it was male, which you don't see very often, So many times, sexual abuse is, it's spoken about for females, but it's something that happens to males too. And you never know what somebody is going through. And I thought that this book portrayed that impeccably well. I haven't got the other books, I do need to get them. But if you're looking for a series that will literally rip your heart out, it'll have you kicking and screaming, waiting for the first kiss, all of those things, as well as sobbing on the next page, then this is the series for you.